Let's go.
If you are moving to St. John's metro area, one of the first decisions you're going to make is Paradise or CBS. Both are extremely popular with buyers relocating to Newfoundland, and at a first glance, they can both look a little similar. But once you understand how these two communities actually work, the choice becomes much clearer. I'm Ryan Elliott, a real estate agent here in St. John's, and my team helps families figure out where to land when you end up on the Avalon Peninsula. And once you start comparing commutes, housing, lifestyle, and long-term value, the difference between Paradise and CBS becomes very obvious. So let's break it down. The biggest difference between Paradise and CBS is how the towns are built. Paradise functions like a modern suburb of St. John's. Over the last couple of decades, it has grown quickly with planned subdivisions, newer housing, and a layout designed around commuting within the city. CBS works completely different. Conception Bay South stretches along the coastline for nearly 30 kilometers, which means the town isn't built around subdivisions, it's built around the bay itself. Once you understand that, the lifestyle difference makes sense. Paradise gives you a suburban convenience close to the city feel, whereas CBS gives you coastal living with space and scenery. One reason this comparison keeps coming up is because both communities have grown rapidly. Paradise has become one of the fastest growing municipalities in the province because people are moving out of St. John's, are choosing newer homes and modern subdivisions. CBS has grown as well, but the growth follows the coastline. Instead of expanding outward in large developments, neighborhoods extend along the bay. The result is two completely different environments just minutes apart. Once you start looking at real estate, the difference becomes even clearer. Paradise is known for newer housing developments. Many homes were built within the last 20 years, and you see a lot of planned neighborhoods with modern layouts. This is one of the reasons families move there. Everything feels newer and very suburban. CBS offers something different. Because the town developed over a much longer period of time, you see a mix of housing styles, including older homes near the shoreline and newer developments further inland. And here's something that attracts a lot of buyers to CBS. Once you start looking along the coastline, you begin to see the ocean views and larger lots that are much harder to find closer to St. John's. So this is where things get interesting. Paradise sits right next to St. John's, which means the commute into the city is very short. In normal conditions, you reach most areas of St. John's in about 10 to 15 minutes. But here's the part people notice quickly once they start living there. Because Paradise has grown so quickly, traffic funnels through a small number of main routes heading towards St. John's. Once rush hour starts, those routes fill up quickly. And this is the reason traffic backups happen in Paradise. It isn't distance, it's how the road network feeds the city. And again, CBS works differently. The town is further from St. John's, about 20 to 30 minutes depending on where you live, but the drive runs along the coastline and spreads traffic out more naturally. Once you start driving it regularly, you realize the commute feels even different from the suburban bottlenecks closer to the city. This is where buyers start choosing sides, and Paradise delivers a modern suburban lifestyle. You see newer subdivisions, family neighborhoods, parks, and recreation areas. Life there revolves around convenience and being close to the city. CBS delivers a completely different experience. The town runs along the bay, and the scenery becomes part of everyday lifestyle along the walking trails. Once you start living there, you notice the ocean, the fishing boats, and coastal views become part of your daily routine. That's the reason people who love CBS usually love it for life. Both communities have strong amenities, but they function differently. Paradise has grown into a full suburban hub with grocery stores, schools, recreation facilities, and quick access to Mount Pearl and St. John's shopping areas. CBS has its own schools, stores, and services, but the town spreads out along the coast, so depending on where you live, you still travel into the metro area for certain things. And again, once you live there, that routine kind of becomes normal for the residents. Paradise tends to attract buyers who want the shortest commute into St. John's, newer homes and subdivisions, suburban family lifestyle, and quick access to the entire metro area. CBS attracts buyers who want coastal views and ocean views, larger properties, a quieter small town environment, and a lifestyle where scenery and space matter more than being right beside the city. So when people ask whether Paradise or CBS is better, the real answer comes down to the lifestyle you're looking for. Paradise delivers suburban convenience and proximity to the city, where CBS delivers coastal living and more residential space. Once you understand that difference, choosing between them becomes much easier. If you are planning a move to the St. John's metro area and you want help figuring out which community actually fits your lifestyle, drop your questions in the comments or reach out directly. And if you want more videos about living in St. John's Metro and relocating to the Avalon Peninsula, make sure you subscribe.